I'm not even sure where to begin. Several years ago, I decided to leave West Michigan, move to Phoenix. I did so. I lived there for 5 years. Met a lot of people, a lot of friends. Friendships were made while I was there. And now I'm in West Michigan once again. I'm only here for a month-ish, and I will be venturing onto a boat, a cruise ship. I decided to change my life quite a bit. I think I've always known I was different in a way. The current structure at which we live our lives, at least here in the United States, many Western cultures, is not something that excites me. Maybe that's a good thing, maybe that's a bad thing, I'm not sure, but it is what it is. I struggle with describing myself because I think even sometimes I'm not sure about how my own self operates. For years, I have subconsciously prevented myself from having any type of committed relationship. I did not want a wife, I do not want children at this point. And I don't own a house. I see all of those things as roots, things that will hold me down and prevent me from traveling. I think years ago I was bitten with the travel bug, and I knew somehow, some way that I wanted to travel. I wanted to travel everywhere, all places. I want to meet new people, see new things, try new foods, experience new cultures. I think that's one of the most exciting parts of traveling, is experiencing the culture, not just learning about it and reading about it and seeing a video about it, but experiencing the culture. So for years I've wanted to do this. However, I couldn't figure out a way. I didn't really know how to consistently be able to travel and make it a long-term lifestyle. Until recently. I stumbled across a blog post about cruise ships, so I decided that would be the optimal way for me to achieve my goal, which is long-term travel. I could have left Phoenix and traveled for probably a couple of years abroad with savings. But then what? Once that runs out, then what? I must come back, plug in, and it all starts over again, this vicious cycle of staying in one spot, working your tail off, earning an income, traveling again. I wanted to figure out a way to not do that. So cruise ship, back to the cruise ship. I plan on going on the ship, working a little bit, having travel built into the job, I guess. Seems like one of the better ways to do this. I will be able to travel on someone else's dime, plus make a couple dollars while I'm on the ship, and then I'll have about 2 months off. So 6 months on, 2 months off, where then I will be able to travel wherever I want. In a nutshell, yeah, so I have an exam and I'm kind of not super excited about it. I have blood tests and all sorts of x-rays and such, and one on number 16. Apparently I have to bend over and touch my toes, and I think they're going to use the rubber glove. This should be interesting. So yikes, this is my morning. I made it out. That was like 2.5 hours, I think. All sorts of exams. But everything went well. I did not have to bend over and touch my toes, which is a good thing. Although they had to do some interesting exams, but nothing out of the ordinary, I guess. But so that's good. Other than that, a lot of blood. That was pretty much it. But anyway, so now to the dentist. I will
Well, I'm under pressure right now because I'm getting recorded, so I gotta make sure it looks really nice and easy. After you record, you have to say that that was the best shot you've ever received and it didn't kill a thing. So that when this becomes a YouTube video, they'll be like, oh, we gotta go see Dr. Anderson.
No, that was great. Wow, that was actually less painful than the arm. Not even kidding. All I felt is that I could feel the needle touch on the skin. After that, got nothing.
Awesome.
So I just finished up the dental exam. I can't feel my face. Yep, this whole area is pretty much numb, but I had a great experience at the dentist. It was a lot of fun, and the next step is immunization. So I gotta dig up my immunization record and see if I need more shots. So it's the Friday before I leave. I leave on Monday. I have been cleaning for a little while. My friends have helped me been cleaning. They actually let me use their house for a party. So this Saturday, I have a party tomorrow. Yeah, it should be fun. Have a few people coming over, have a beer or two, and say goodbye to everybody that I met in Arizona for the last 5 years. But yeah, it's windy, so everything that we cleaned in the pool is now full of crap. So anyway, other than that, things are going good, and hopefully tomorrow's a success. Okay, so it's Saturday morning. I'm on my way to go get a keg from the store, and or at least a half a keg anyway. And yes, so things are coming together. It is about 10 o'clock. It starts at 1, so I have a couple hours to kind of get things pretty much set up. Yeah, so I have mixed feelings. It's going to be a lot of fun. I can't wait to see people I haven't seen in a while that I've met in Arizona for the last 5 years. Yeah, it's sad. Made a lot of friends, and it's hard to say goodbye. So I definitely have mixed feelings. Okay, so this is kind of ghetto. He helped me out in the keg. It doesn't fit in my front trunk up here. I got the bucket deal here, and then this is where it fits, but the trunk won't close, so I got to drive around like this. Oh, don't ignore my license plate. But I got to drive around like this. But it's pretty rock solid. It's not going anywhere. But anyway, kind of ghetto. But that's pretty much it. What we do for beer. So apparently, as I'm walking around, it sounds like gunshots keep going off because every like 8 minutes or something, a balloon pops. Apparently, these balloons heat up. It's so hot out here. They touch something warm. I'm not sure, but they keep popping. I have another hour before everybody starts showing up. There's gonna be no balloons. Everything's gonna be like this little noodle hanging down.
Bye, Brock. Are you videoing? It's okay, but the right ear might be, yeah. Right. Hey, Brittany.
Yeah, what's it?
The gourmet.
It's not my gourmet.
Bye, Brock. We miss you. Bye.
I'll come pick it up from you. I fill that up with 2 or 3.
I can't drive. No, really?
Oh, she's like, whoa. That's bright.
So today is the morning, the 18th. I'm supposed to be leaving this morning. As we pulled out of the driveway, went a quarter mile, I got an email or a text message saying that the flight had been canceled. So this is great. So frantically trying to figure out what's going on, they 5 minutes later they texted me again saying I have a new flight tomorrow morning, assuming that doesn't get canceled. But all sorts of fun. Well, I think now I'm gonna go to the park with a couple neighbors and friends, and we're just gonna screw around for the next hour or so. I think I have watermelon on my face, but yeah. So anyway, we're gonna go to the park, play around. I guess use this day as one last hurrah, goodbye. Let's hang out for a little while. But so that's what we're gonna do, and so I'll see you at the park. It was a hard goodbye, but anyway, everything's good to go. So after being delayed for about 24 hours, it turned out not to be such a bad day. I got to spend more time with the friends that I'm going to miss so much. I got to spend a little bit of time with them, extra 24 hours, which turned out to be kind of fun. But for the most part, everything's good to go. The flight is on track. Goodness, mother. How are you?
Happy now.
I know. Okay, so it's been a while since I posted. I got my backpack packed. It is an 85-liter, I don't know what you call this thing, rucksack, I guess. It's huge. It took me about an hour to pack, and it is now complete. A couple minor issues, though. I didn't get everything in there that I wanted to. So the biggest struggle that I have at the moment is the airlines. I can take 2 suitcases and then 1 carry-on. That's fine. However, when I get on the ship, I can only take 2 bags total. Doesn't matter if they're carry-ons or not. So I have my this bag that you've seen that has all my clothes and stuff in there, and then I have my camera bag. That's it. So that's 2, and I'm done. That thing is jam-packed. I couldn't put a thimble in there. It's so full. So it's going to be kind of hard. It's so full. The problem is when I get on the ship, they give me a uniform. I then, when on my 2 months off, I will then have to take that uniform with me, and I have no room. So I'm bringing a small little fold-up bag that I could fit in my hand. It's really thin material, and I'll put it in there, carry that with me, and then I'll cross that bridge when we get there, when I get back on the ship. I don't know. Things are going to get weird. So anyway, I'm packed. I think I'm ready to go. Now I have to unpack, because all the clothes that are in there are the clothes that I need to wear for the next week around the house. I have a getaway, I wouldn't say a party, gathering at the beach in a couple of days. I think the day before I leave on a Friday. So I invited people to come. I invited over 60 people. Probably 10 will show, but that's cool. I just want to be able to see. It's so hard to see everybody individually. Everybody's different schedules, plus time, effort, and energy to get to those people, and it just seems crazy to visit everybody individually. So I just want to have a little gathering and have people come to me. It's easier for me. All right, so it's Friday. I'm at Tunnel Park in Holland, Michigan. I actually leave on a plane tomorrow evening to go to London and hop on a ship. So I'm at a park. I invited a few friends to see if they want to say hi before we take off. I have Mother with me at the moment. Hello. Yeah, so we're just hanging out. I have no idea how many people are going to come. Maybe 2 people. Maybe it'll just be Mom and I for the next 4 hours. Or maybe I'll have a friend or 2 even show up. I don't know. So we shall see. But hopefully I get to see a couple people before I take off. Yeah, so that's the story. Leaving Michigan for the first time, leaving Phoenix after 5 years, and then leaving West Michigan to run after my goals, I guess. 2 sides of the coin. It's a very easy thing for me to do. There's really no major commitment, so it was rather easy for me to unplug and go away. But on the flip side of the coin, the relationship aspect, I think in my life, other than travel, friendships and relationships with people are one of the most important thing, period. I've learned this over the years. It took me a while to wrap my mind around this, but relationships are everything, and it's very difficult for me to just get up and go and leave everybody behind. Whether I showed that saying goodbye to those people or not at that moment, I try to bottle up the emotion that I have when saying goodbye, but believe me, it was an absolute struggle saying goodbye to so many people. Words can't describe to you. That part of the traveling, the leave behind the life, leave behind the people, is a very, very difficult thing for me to do. One question I've been asked quite a bit was, are you scared? Do you have any fears about traveling? And to be honest, not really. It's really a numbers game to me. No matter which country we go to,
it's generally pretty safe. As long as you're not trafficking drugs, you're not into the drug realm, you're fine. Like 50% of all crime rates, it seems like, comes from some type of drug activity. The rest are petty crimes and theft. Most murders take place because of drugs. And I'm really not too worried. I'm quite cautious. Yes, things may happen, but I will be insured for the majority of my stuff on my travels, so I'm not too worried if it happens. If I get held up at gunpoint, okay, have my stuff. I will then file a claim with the insurance company and I'll get most of it back. So yes, it would be a huge hiccup, but for the most part, it is what it is. Statistically, it's safer in many other countries around the world than it is to walk in downtown Washington, D.C. You have a greater chance of dying walking in Washington, D.C. than you do in many of these other major cities. So I'm really not scared. The only places that I'm really nervous about going, which I don't have any interest in going, is the Middle Eastern countries. Too much stuff about the whole ISIS thing going on right now. A little freaky. So I'm going to stay away from those places. But the majority of the other ones, yeah, absolutely. I want to go to all places and see all things. So like I said before, my long-term goals is, yes, to be on the road as long as I can, for as many years as I can. I plan on recording everything. I want to blog as much as I can, upload as many videos as I can. Not just for people to see, but for record of myself. I think when we go on vacation, 10 years later, it's hard for us to memorize the fine details. Sure, we may have a photo or two, which sparks a memory, but videos are the ultimate memorandum, I guess. So that's why I want to shoot. I'm really doing this for myself. Plus, YouTube is an awesome platform in which I can put it online where everybody can follow and see kind of everything from my perspective. So long-term goals, I will eventually not rely on a cruise ship to take me everywhere, and I will self-fund everything. In a perfect world, I will have enough subscriber base through YouTube in which I can make a couple dollars through YouTube because of the traffic that is generated, and in turn be able to unplug from the cruise ship and fund everything myself via YouTube income. So that's my goal. So really the only way to make this happen is by people sharing this blog. So every time I post a video, the best way you can help me, anybody can help me, is not send me money, although that's great, which I don't want any of that. What I want in a perfect world is for everybody to share this with whomever. Just reblog it, repost it on your own newsfeed. Click the share button, boom, you're done. That's like the best thing ever, because when that happens, I get more traffic, more people like it, more people follow, and it seems to keep growing from that point. And if I can get to a certain subscriber base, then literally the cat will be in the bag and I can unplug from the ship and then self-fund everything long term. So there you go. There's your homework. Share this video. Share every video that you want. Please do so. For some reason, the whole start a family, build a house, have some kids, get your dream job, for some reason that just doesn't cut it for me. It doesn't excite me like it does so many people. Maybe I'm broken. I don't know. But for whatever reason, to me, I want to live a life more passionate. I feel that so many people graduate high school, get a job, or graduate high school, go to college, get a job. And then they just live the quote-unquote American dream. They do that whole have a wife or a husband, have some kids, get a house, and just work until you retire, which is 60, 70 years old, or never. And then once you retire, it is then in which you can unplug and go do the thing that makes you excited, which in my case would be travel. And to me, that is so totally backwards from the way that I want to live. You know, I'm young. I want to do these things now. Yes, it's totally different than what everybody does now. And in my mind, I don't care. I just want to do this. Yes, I will be living a life of a professional hobo, basically. I will be very poor. That's okay. But I will live a life that I feel so many other people never will. You know, I don't know what holds us back. I think maybe it's fear, fear of change, fear of the unknown. 99% of people go through the American dream route, and to not do that seems scary to a lot of people. And I think that's what holds a lot of people back. So many people don't live their passion in life. We all have these things. Let's say you had $1 billion in your bank account, or let's say you had $0 in your bank account. You had two extremes, right? Regardless of money, basically, you have all of it or you have none of it. What would you do with your life if you consistently had no money your whole life? It wasn't about money. You just had to do something for the rest of your life because it was fun. What would you do? Same thing on the other side of the coin. If you had infinite income and all the time in the world, what would you do consistently that would make you happy? For me, it's travel. For many other people, it's something else, and that's fine. But my question to you is, why aren't you doing it? What is holding you back from doing that thing? I guess it's fear. Fear of the unknown, fear of failure is a big one. I can't tell you how many times I've failed at certain things that I've tried to do. But that's fine. Because of those failures, I grew. Because of those failures, I learned what not to do, and I become a better person because of those failures. So my goal is really not to convince you to do what I'm doing, not at all. My goal is to inspire you to look at yourself. Ask yourself, how many years do you have left? Realize that you can change your life, that you can do what you want to do in this world. It really just boils down to doing it, taking the first step. That's it.